everybody? Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And tonight, we're going to recap fresh after the Sergio Martinez-Miguel Cotto fight. It just ended, and we hit recording. Go ahead, Rob.
So, we're not afraid to admit we were wrong.
Dead wrong.
So, Cotto showed us that he still has a lot in the tank, and we also see that Martinez might be at the end.
Yeah, that one factor that we didn't take part of was the main factor, well, one of the main factors of why Cotto won, and that was that knee of Sergio Martinez. Now, a lot of people, like I read a lot of stuff online, they were like, yeah, you know, I don't think his knee is 100%, blah, blah, blah. And that's why they were picking Cotto. They were like, they think he's right for the taking. And I didn't think so. I was like, if his knee isn't good, I don't think he's stepping in the ring. I thought wrong. His knee was not good.
At all. Not
good at all. But he had the heart of a warrior. He said, I'm going to go through with this. And it was a bad idea because Cotto whooped that ass. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to say whoop that ass, but I just said it again. So, oh well. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, he got hit with that left hook to the body in the first round, and then he got hit with another left hook, and his knee was not having any of it. Yeah. And I mean, it was his right knee, which was just, he could not move at all. Moving, you could tell in his movements, moving to his right, he definitely couldn't move. Moving to his left, he definitely couldn't move to his right. Yeah. And trying to, if he wanted to move to the right and try to avoid that left hook to the body or even that left upstairs, it would have been a long night. And he was just very wobbly. And I can't really just call it because Cotto hurt him, but he just wasn't on steady legs. He just wasn't on a steady knee.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I did not think that Cotto would be able to hurt him at all. I did say to one of my friends later on, if they stopped the fight, it would be because of his knee giving out. But Cotto had a lot to do with that knee giving out. It probably wasn't 100%, but Cotto was visibly hurting him in the ring. And maybe that because his knee was bad, some of those shots looked, you know, made him stumble off balance, but that's his fault for getting in the ring. And we talked about the pedigree of Miguel Cotto in our previous video. So if your knee is not 100%, you don't step into the ring with a Miguel Cotto. Even if he is a smaller guy, even if you don't think he can hurt you. When you are in there with a pro fighter, especially the caliber of a Miguel Cotto, that's just one of those things you don't do. He did it, he found out the hard way, and so did we, because I didn't think it would be a factor. I thought the same thing that Martinez probably thought, because he kind of walked to him like, hey, you're not going to hurt me. And then he hurt him. He was like, whoa, buddy, what is going on here? Why is this guy hurting me? And what was it, 4 knockdowns, 3 in the first round?
That's right.
And like a lot of it just looked like his knee was just falling apart. Like he couldn't plant on it. He could, like the only thing he could do was just move around. Like even when he threw punches, it just didn't look stable.
Yeah, even with the slips that he had, it was one slip in the third, it was another slip, I want to say in the fourth, where he threw a left hand, or he tried to throw a left hand, and his knee just buckled.
Yeah. So
it just looks bad. I mean, that's kind of one of those injuries, especially at 38, 39, that it would make it real difficult for him to continue on. I mean, he's a megastar in Argentina. He's been a champion, a lineal middleweight champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for the last 4 years.
So, I mean, the guy has a great resume. He's had a great career, especially since that Paul Williams, actually I would say Kermit Centron.
Well, that's kind of when he started getting popular.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying since that Kermit Centron, because remember he lost to Margarito early in his career, went to Spain, and kind of like that win that Kermit Centron kind of.
Well, that was actually a draw.
That was actually, well, that fight against Kermit Centron, he really showed out. Then he took that.
A draw.
Yeah.
Because he knocked him out.
Yeah.
And Kermit complained enough to get the ref to say, maybe he didn't punch him in the face. And, you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry.
We can go on this, but anyway. But it was a meteoric rise for him. It was a good career over the last several years, and he went out on his as far as he could, went out on the Shield as far as he could. That knee was just not going to let him carry him any further.
Yeah, and another thing that I was surprised about was the right hand of Cotto, because Cotto is not really a right hand puncher at all. Like, he can land it, but maybe again it might have been the knee, but it looked like he was visibly affecting Martinez with his right hand.
Right.
Usually it's the left hook. Everyone watches out for the left hook. The right hand kind of sets the table. Like, it'll be showy, but it's not gonna really do any damage. But that left hook drops like a sledgehammer. This time, he was landing some good right hands that kind of made Martinez back up a little bit. Was it the knee? Mostly, but we can't blame Cotto for that, because Martinez signed on the dotted line and said, I'm going to be ready on June 7th to fight you. But no, he wasn't ready. No.
Now, it'll be interesting to see where Cotto goes from here, because he is the lineal middleweight champion at this moment.
Yep.
And I mean, he has options, but I doubt he stays in middleweight, because it's one thing to just fight Martinez, who's a great fighter but was a little bit hobbled, but then you have to fight Triple G, you got to fight the Peter Quillins, you got to fight who else is the middleweight? Screw it, Sam Solomon. I'll throw out anybody. You got to fight these guys, and some of these guys are definitely too big and too strong for Cotto. And he came into this fight at 155. 155. 1 pound from the junior middleweight limit.
Yeah, and so with that being, like, even like those mid-tier guys that like Martinez was fighting, like the Gills and the Barkers and all that stuff, I think those guys would be a little tough for Cotto, because they wouldn't have that knee problem.
Especially like maybe Martin Murray.
Yeah, like if you're just a tough, sturdy guy who's big as crap and can take a punch, you might have a chance. But that feather is in his cap. Nobody can take that from him. So he is the first 4-division Puerto Rican in the history of boxing. He is now the middleweight champion of the world. He can call some shots. Now, where he's going to call those shots is what we got to see over the next few months.
Now, I will bring up something interesting. I hate to bring him up in this one, but if it was me, if I was Floyd Mayweather Jr., I would try to take that belt at a weight of 155 against Cotto. That would give him, what, six belts or 7?
I think it'd be, he started at 130, 35, 40, 47, 6.
The 6th belt in the 6th weight class, and he's not fighting a huge Triple G looking dude to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And a dude he's already beat.
Right. So he has a mental edge. So I'm just saying.
That's not a bad idea. Even though he does deal with Bob Arum still, Cotto.
Well, actually, he's a free agent. He only signs on contracts on fight-by-fight basis now, because he has his own promotional company. So he signs on to fight with the networks, and then he works with Top Rank, but he can go back and forth if he wanted to. So that would be interesting to see. Another thing I would like to see would be him versus Canelo, or him versus the winner of Canelo and Lara.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good fight too. But like I said, right now Cotto's in the driver's seat. Unless Floyd Mayweather picks up the phone, then he's not in the driver's seat. But with him saying, hey, I'm the middleweight champ, he might have a little bit more leverage than he had before. So, as I wipe this egg off my face and go munch on this plate of crow, that's it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you do, like it, share it on Facebook, Google+, whatever social network you are a part of. Comment below. Tell us what you thought of the fight. If you had a prediction, if you were right or wrong, well, it's a little late for that now.
Yeah.
Should put that on a preview video. But that's neither here nor there either. Comment, subscribe to get all our updates. Because as you see, right or wrong, we still broke it down as technical as we could, because that's what we do. So We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.